Hello, my beautiful friend. How do you show up for yourself? How do you show up for others? That's our question of the day. And let me tell you why. I am not actually live today. I am not actually sitting here on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time because life got in my way. But I am always committed to you and to myself for the promises and the commitments that I make for myself and for you. Okay, so that's the question of the day. Before we jump in, I have to tell you what I am sipping, and I always want to know what you are sipping. So let me know below. What are you sipping? For me today, it's matcha tea. I love this matcha. It's powdered matcha. I just put like a tablespoon of honey in it, and I make mine with almond milk, so it's very filling. And it's so good for me. It has antioxidants. It helps for metabolism. It's wonderful. So if you haven't tried matcha tea, but you like tea, I would say try matcha one day. And I'm having mine iced today. And I never do this, but I thought I'd do it today. I put a little bit of whipped cream on top just to be a little extra today. Okay, so today let's talk about how we honor ourselves and then how do we honor those commitments we make with others. So I have some notes here on what we want to do for ourselves. Number one, keep the promises you make to yourself. Even if it's promises that you made to yourself years ago, just keep them to yourself. I remember when I was a kid, I was a Girl Scout and I loved being a Girl Scout, and I loved my Girl Scout leader. And I remember saying, one day when I'm an adult, I'm going to be a Girl Scout leader. I hadn't thought about that commitment to myself for many years, for decades. And then when my daughter was a Girl Scout and I was a Girl Scout leader, I'm like, oh, I remember I made that promise to myself. So whatever promise you made to yourself, if it's still possible to do, keep the promises that we make. And I definitely would say, please keep the promises to yourself of aging well. That means the way you're exercising, the way you're eating, the way you're just taking care of yourself. So keep those commitments. Number two, please prioritize rest. I know in our society, we want to always talk about how wonderful that we can get by on 6 hours sleep or less. But my friend, I want you to be healthy now and tomorrow, and rest, good sleep needs to be a priority if you want to age well. So definitely take care of your sleep. Okay, number three, protect your boundaries. Know when to say no. Understand that no is a sentence. It's capital N, lowercase o, period. That is a sentence. And years ago, I did a study, a Beth Moore study, and one of the things that she said was, and I have it written down, I am quite unwilling. I love that. I am quite unwilling. Not to be rude, but I want you to protect yourself. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. You know what's on your agenda, on your calendar. You know what your workload is like. You know what your stress level is like. You know what you can fit in. Sometimes we can't fit in all the things, even when they're good things. We can't do all of the good things. And I remember hearing once before someone said, if you're saying no to something, you get to say yes to something else. We can't do it all. Sometimes you have to just say no, and no explanation needed. No, I am quite unwilling, but say it nice. Okay, the next thing is you want to feed your spirit. For me, that's prayer, scripture, could be a little bit of journaling. So a little bit of something that you are connecting to our creator. Okay. Number five, celebrate progress, not perfection. There's things goals that we have that takes a longer time to get there. Some goals might take you several weeks, several months, a year or more to achieve. So honor the small steps that you make along the way. Like maybe you're going back to school and it's going to be, I don't know, 2-year program. Maybe you're working on a master's. So you want to honor that. It helps you to it makes it a little bit fun. It makes it feel like it's not such a long journey because you're celebrating. You're not just waiting for that graduation day, not just waiting for that day of the diploma, but you're celebrating yourself for showing up and doing the things. So you might want to celebrate every semester, every month, whatever that journey is. You might want to, do some little thing to celebrate. And that doesn't mean going out and having dinner or spending a lot of money. It just means this is a day that I have cleared my calendar for myself, that I'm just going to have some me time. It could be like, oh, I'm going to have my specialty tea. It could be I'm going to that botanic garden that I wanted to go to for a while. Whatever that looks like for you, you just go ahead and celebrate yourself every part of the way. Like they say, it's not the journey. It's not about the destination. It's the journey. So keep that journey going as you are working towards that destination. And I think as you look back after you have reached that goal, you will see that you enjoyed it a little bit better because you were there for yourself along the way. Okay, move your body. Make an appointment with yourself to make sure that you're getting some type of workout in. Now, that doesn't always have to be something traditional. It could be like, okay, when I'm going shopping today, I'm going to park further away from the door, so I'm going to get extra steps in. It could be today, all the places I'm going, I'm not going to take the escalator or the elevator, I'm going to walk. Whatever that is for you, just find different ways to move your body. I'm going to take my the dog out for a walk instead of having my teen do it for me. Like I'm going to do certain things. So what does that look like for you to be able to move your body? And then you also want to make sure that you are nourishing yourself well. So what does that look like? Yeah, I would love to sit and eat chocolate bonbons all day long. But I know that's not going to be good for my body. So I'm going to put in good things for my body, things that are healthy, fruits and vegetables, the matcha teas, all the things that's going to be good for my body and for my gut health is what I'm going to do. So that's my commitment for myself. Okay, number 8, ask for help. I know we want to just do it all on our own all the time. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean in and delegate. Build that community. We're made for community and we're here to support each other. So absolutely, if you need help, ask for it. Number 9, invest in learning. So whether it's reading a book, listening to podcasts, taking a course, and actually I have digital courses on my website. You might want to check it out, Purple Lessons by Evelyn.com. Check it out. There's some courses there for you. Learning a new skill, taking a cooking class, even a paint and sip where you're learning to do some painting. So some fun things. And then number 10, create rituals of self-love. So what does that look like? What does self-love look like for you? For me, it will be having downtime with a cup of tea and a good movie or a comedy or just something that brings me joy. It could be for you maybe a bubble bath or maybe a walk in nature. So whatever that is, create some type of self-love ritual. It could just be breathing, your deep breathing that you do. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time. So whatever times you have that you can fit it in. Okay, so those are ways that we're going to take care of ourselves. But what about commitments that we make to others? How do we honor those when life gets in the way? Like my Tuesday didn't work out for me to be live, so I showed up on Monday recording this so that Tuesday at 10 a.m. you still get your Tuesday Tea with Evelyn episode. Okay, so I still want to honor you with my commitment to you. So what does that look like? If something happens and you can't show up for something, communicate that as soon as possible. Maybe you made a date with a friend or two, and all of a sudden life got in the way. That has happened with two of my good friends. We just love to be together. And life has been getting in the way. There's all three of us are super busy. And this is just that season in our life where we're just so busy. But we are communicating with each other. We let each other know, you know what, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to do this, but it doesn't get to happen. But we also have a messenger group so that we're communicating with each other all the time too. So we're still showing love, but sometimes it looks different. Um, Reschedule as soon as possible when you can. Another time I had a commitment during the summer. And so with a lady who has young kids, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to meet live because she has young kids and just figuring out how it works. And so I mentioned, and we get together for tea. And I said, you know what? We can Zoom it. We can sit on Zoom and we can both have our tea and we can enjoy that. And that was a great option, but we didn't go that way. We actually met at a park. Instead of the tea house that we normally meet, we met at the park and the kids got to play and have a great time. We got to be out in the park, fresh air and sunshine. And I got to enjoy young kids because I don't get to be around young kids anymore. So, just because they're all aged out. So anyway, that's just kind of a great way of working and being with people. So find your ways. Sometimes you have to cancel, sometimes you can just do an alternative. Alternative meetup. And then just remember, keep perspective. Sometimes it just all falls apart anyway. Life gets in the way. But and just make sure that you communicate that well with the person that you were supposed to be meeting with. So there you have it. Some ways for you to keep the commitments to yourself so that you're showing up for yourself, and then how you can show up for others. Let me know which one of those resonate with you. Let me know what maybe you have some great things too that you do to honor yourself or to show up for others that I didn't mention. Please put it below, because this is a community here. Let's all help each other out here. I would want to learn from you as well. So let me know. And then of course, let me know what you said, babe. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.